a regular read of the latest LGBT plus trends, TV, and the ever-expanding world of Drag Race UK. Hello there, I'm the Velvet Snatch, and we're here for a special episode of Season 4 of GURL to discuss RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 5, which has just been announced, and we've just got to meet the queens. As usual, I'm here with Thotter Stu.
Hello there, it's my favourite subject, so I'm very excited.
And of course, we've got him back. We got him back from the clutches of the gym, I suspect. It's Gym Bunny Glenn.
Yeah, no, it's weird that I've had to miss 2 episodes, but don't worry, people. Take down the posters. I am not dead. I am not missing.
We had you on the milk cartons and everything. Yes. Now, yeah, we've recently had to meet the queens. We finally got them, and it's quite good with this one because, I think with a lot of the previous seasons, because of leaks and stuff, and because of certain gossipy people who might be on this very podcast, we tended to know all of the queens before they were officially announced. And then this one, I've been pleasantly surprised because I was like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that, and somehow I managed to dodge spoilers. Has it been the same for you guys?
No, I already knew all of them, and then Stu ruined part of it for me.
as he is wont to do.
I'd like to point out, Glenn at some point asked me a question, so I gave him the answer.
No, you accidentally gave me an extra answer that I did not ask for.
Yeah, so it was just like, oh, what's the time? Oh, it's 2:30. Oh, and this person goes home third. You're like, what? What's that, Stu?
Hey, look, if you ask a question, I give you an answer. It's not always the answer you want. I quite like this cast, though. Like you said, it is a little bit of a surprise. I mean, there's a lot of good names in there, and they have been on the scene for a while, but they maybe aren't necessarily the names that you initially thought of, which is quite good. And it's quite a bit more diverse than usual. Not super diverse.
Not location-wise.
Not location.
Don't get me fucking started. But
I think they're getting better at least not just casting sort of fashion queens. And you've got a few different backgrounds in there. I'm quite excited. So
I think it's quite good because you got people like Alexis and Pete who basically describe themselves as effectively sort of high energy and sort of they're going to be doing death drops, they're going to be doing everything they can lip sync, and then you've got people like Ginger Johnson who's basically a theatre queen, and it's just oh, those are pretty different. So it's this idea of how's that going to play out.
I love it. I love watching them get put in the challenges they don't think they're going to do well, and then a lot of them just smash it. We had Danny Beard last season, who obviously is funny, and we know that Danny can sing. Earned a load of looks, though. Danny's never been known for being bad at look, but you wouldn't have expected Danny to be the #1 fashion queen of that season. However, did very well.
But then also you would have expected Danny to smash Snatch Game and then just froze, bless them.
Yeah.
I mean, when the pressure's on you and everyone's got that expectation, the one challenge that you think is going to be the one that you'd win, you're probably not going to win that one. You're probably going to win the ones you don't think you're going to win.
We see that a lot, though. We see it a lot, especially in the US edition, where you get people who are just oh, I'm a comedy queen, so as soon as it gets to a roast or a comedy challenge, I'm going to be amazing. And then the pressure is so real that they just go, oh, actually, I'm, it must be intimidating when this is the thing that you've bigged yourself up for, and then it is actually there,
It's a dangerous game to play.
It's an absolute crime that you can never survived that roast. That was hilarious. I'm not nah.
It was so bad that it was good. Honestly.
Yeah. The fact that they were bombing so bad, which made it even funnier. It's just nah.
It was literally you're the one bombing. That was great.
I will,
and then Rue, you're such a fashion icon. Can you stand up? And then we never seen the joggers again.
Hold on. Can you stop attacking my queen, please? When I eventually managed to meet her, I was speechless. I was speechless when I met good old Utica.
That was honest. That was not shade. That was genuine. Like she was so accidentally funny in that roast. Like so good. The Bob
I tell
Ross,
you what,
however,
I
she
love
is one
the
of the
Bob
ones
Ross.
that
I
I'm hoping.
stand by the Bob Ross.
She is one of the ones that I'm hoping comes back for UK DragCon.
Oh yeah. I would love to see her at UK Drag Con.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine when we do DragCon if I lose my voice again? Like it'd just
my
be
God,
like
no.
that is literally that's divine intervention. That's basically that's a deity being like, shut up.
I'm
You're
uninstalling your grinder for a month beforehand. No grinder in December.
What? Oh,
we're gonna move you into a sterile ward that's like air sealed.
I'm freezing him. I'm putting the Velvet Snatch on ice. You're now going to be the icy Snatch.
Oh.
I love the idea though. It's
Freeze their
like
eggs.
there's people asking me to do gigs and stuff in December, and I'm just like, I kind of think maybe I should just lock myself away so that I have a voice for DragCon.
At least for the first 2 weeks of January. You're not allowed out the house.
Oh, I have to admit that, like, I don't know any of the queens from this. Like, I haven't had prior experience of any of the queens except for Kate Butch before this. And so it kind of makes it exciting because I think my favorite thing about, like, Drag Race, especially in the UK edition, is being surprised. So you kind of get, you know, like we had, like, last season where you watch the Meet the Queens and you kind of go, oh, well, I formed this kind of opinion of them. And then you just get totally proven wrong. Or in the case of Danny, well, the problem is with the front runners, we were just like going, oh, we expected them to do well, and they really did do well. Okay, well, that wasn't really a surprise. But then it was the other people where you're like, whoa, they're way better than I would have taken them for.
True. I think we had the exact opposite with last season though, because there was so many names that we already did know. So the expectations were, well, of course, Danny Beard and Cherry Gorgeous are going to go at the top. That just goes to say, not that anyone else in the cast wasn't good. It was just those are two of the biggest names that you would expect. This season round, it is a bit more fun to me. Not shitting on any of the girls this season at all. Not saying that they're not going to be big hitters, but those are two of the biggest names in UK drag. Now we've got people who can make themselves the biggest names in UK drag. I quite like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, I think one of the names, it's like the holiday, well, like, Michael Maroney, which gear hasn't been to Grand Can. Like, what I'm quite curious to see is how the Grand Can acts of, like, your holiday sort of drag shows and how that gets put onto the RuPaul stage, or see if it's completely different in a gig or a RuPaul stage vibe. Is it going to be, like, completely different and new? So it's quite exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope so.
One thing that I'm really excited for is the age. Like, it's the fact of we have a lot of queens in this. Like, who do we have? We have, like, we have queens that are over 30, and we have, is it Michael Maroney who's like 39 or 38? Yeah. And it's like, that's what we need, because I've complained forever that it's like, oh, it's loads of twinks. Yay, and it's wonderful because I think I'm expecting some typical UK drag, like, the amazing sort of, cabaret style, the funny, the sort of really OTT. That's what I'm wanting. So I'm really excited for people like Ginger Johnson, where I'm just going, this is going to be camp. This is going to be really camp. And I can't imagine that they're going to be doing a death drop every week. So, yeah, I just think we need more representation for the older queens,
We do. We've got 3 over 30 this season, so it's a good start.
Well, should we use our lovely article on the Girl Global website and let's go through all the queens and see what we think of their entrance, their first picture look, and what we know and want to know.
Right. Okay, that's on GURLglobal.com for people to... We'll put it in the description as well, but yes, GURLglobal.com, and it will be one of the featured articles on the homepage, I think.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Glenn, would you like to be the moderator?
So let's start off. This is the name I've actually seen around quite a bit from certain gigs from certain people. So, Alexa St. Pete, 28, London.
Yes.
What do we think, Val?
I actually really like this, because what I was doing is, before we started, I was like rating their sort of like open, their Meet the Queens look. And this is probably my favorite one. Like it's one of those ones where it manages to be diverse enough, but it's still meeting the theme, because the theme was like Quality Street, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, what a bizarre thing, but it's very British. But yeah, no, I love this look. Like, it's just the orange and the little, what are they called? The drapes? What's it called when you just got like, the drapes from the back of the dress to the hands. But no, I love the look. I have heard of her before. I was asking you before we started whether we spoke to her at DragCon, and we couldn't remember, which is not really good on my part.
We spoke to too many people at DragCon.
It was actually exhausting, because we were just like, who have we've just spoken to billions of people, and you don't want to be insincere, but at the same time you're just like, yeah, that was a lot of talking. No, I'm really excited for this, because she's so high energy. Like, it's this idea of going, and I think that'll do well on Drag Race. I kind of think that maybe she might be the black pepper, that if she's ever in the bottom, she's just gonna keep, winning the lip syncs.
I'm excited for it too. The look is good. Like, if the theme's Quality Street, it's quite hard to do a good look, I think, looking like a sweetie rapper. There's only so much you're going to be doing with it. But the way that Alexis did it is, it's showing who Alexis is as a performer to me, because that's a dance outfit. You can see that straight away.
Yeah.
That's an outfit that you're going to twirl in. And I think she came across quite well in the Meet the Queens, personally. There is a lot of energy, there's a lot of personality. And I like that, we've got someone that's representing that they've came to the UK and they've been drag in the UK, so it's a little bit reminiscent of our Choriza, where, they may not have been born here, but their drag is in the UK. And that's quite nice. I like that. And I'm quite fond. I'm looking forward to seeing what Alexis pulls out. How about you, Glenn?
Yeah, I'm same. I quite like the fact, like, obviously you've got someone from Poland originally, moved to the UK, established here. Look is absolutely amazing. I am curious to see how they get on in the competition. Like, I don't know, like Alexis St. Pierre, I know what she's like as on a stage as a dancer and a performer, but then how would that go into a comedy challenge? Curious. But yeah, I think, Alexis St. Pierre, turn it out.
My prediction is, because I don't know how funny she is, and I don't know how she is as a person, I'm going to be shady and kind of go, maybe she's not going to do too well in the challenges that aren't looks based, but then she's going to keep saving herself if she is in the bottom. That's my prediction.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
So number 2 on the list, we have Banksy from Manchester. This was actually my favourite video to watch for the Meet the Queens, because I quite like that they are the very first one who came on, said they're Manchester, but then kind of went back and covered that they're originally from Wigan. Wigan doesn't have a drag scene, so they moved to Manchester, and now established there. So I quite like that. They've touched on them Wigan roots a little bit, but are selling themselves as Manchester. Well,
I'm really annoyed at this, where it's like, I've had loads of rants online, which is unlike me. I don't tend to rant, but it's the fact that, that the diversity this year is not there, if I'm perfectly honest. Like, they're trying to sell a lot of the queens as being from the Northeast or Newcastle or County Durham, but then they haven't worked here for like a decade, and you're just going, what, is there not like a ruling that you need to either put your place of birth or where you actually work? And the problem I feel is, if they put where they work, everyone would just be London. And I think that's not very representative of the UK. I mean, at least with Banksy, she's Manchester, and we know that Manchester has an amazing scene, and at least it's further up north than London. But yeah, but it is strange though that it's like, hang on, how is, Michael Maroney putting Newcastle, even though they've been in Gran Canaria for like 15 years, yet Banksy doesn't have to put Wigan,
There definitely needs to be some consistency, I think.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like, obviously we love Choriza, but it's like, why wasn't it Valencia? It's like the idea of, and if they feel like they're representing their place, then why haven't they been back here for like, years? It's shady, but I'm just annoyed that when we have all these amazing things, we have a season here which doesn't have any Welsh queens, doesn't have any Northern Ireland queens, doesn't have any Scottish queens, and most of the queens work in London. And I'm just going like, oh, really? Like, because I was gutted that Gladys didn't make it. Where is Gladys Duffy in this lineup? Like, they would smash it, and I'm as
still
annoyed
have
as
to
she
think.
is, I think.
I would say though, with Gladys, for me, I always wanted her to be on season 6 because she's the Bianca Del Rio type, and that was that was the season for Bianca. So I'm hoping that it reflects the US season, and that that's when we get our Gladys. But enough
Yeah.
about that. We
Yeah,
are
sorry.
talking about Banksy. You have gone off the rails, you bald biatch.
I
Banksy.
really love Banksy. Like, it's the sort of thing of, what isn't there to like about this aside from the Meet the Queens look? But it's the fact of, they're non-binary, they're from the family Gorgeous, they're from Manchester, which is an absolutely amazing scene. It's absolutely phenomenal. I will say though, it's probably my least favorite of the what are they called? The Meet the Queens
sweetie
looks.
rapper.
Where it just the problem is it's meant to be Equality Street, but it just makes me think of sandworms from June. It just makes me think it's got the colored things, and I'm just like, why is he come as it's like a sandworm is eating Jesus, and I'm just a bit confused by the whole look.
Is that not camp as tits though?
It is, but you know what? It's not the intention. It's like unless they made some kind of weird jump from Quality Street to June, it's.
Well, see, for me, looking at it, for me, it's a combination of Quality Street and Roses, because obviously there's the rose sort of looking ruffle. So I don't know if was it directly Quality Street or was it just Sweetie Rappers that they got told? Because
I heard it was Quality Street.
Okay, well, in that case, it's halfway there for me.
Yeah.
But I think if you told me that it was just Sweetie Rappers, I would go, oh yeah, she looks like a combination of like a Roses sort of tub and the Quality Street. Totally
For
not
me-
sure why the Jesus reference is there though, in context, but I don't hate it.
For me, I get a bit of an Alaska vibe from their look, but I don't know if it's just because they get tall and skinny. But also, the only thing that I don't like is the makeup. Like, where is the contour? Where is the drama? And it's a very, I don't know, like, I just feel their face is very plain Jane looking compared to the rest. And yeah, I'm a big makeup person. Like, if someone can paint well, like, they win, they get to sit in my heart forever. But
I mean, if you're going to wear the, you've got a crown of thorns, you want the rest, the drama got to continue, right?
Yeah. Like you said, Stu, I think it's half there.
Yeah, I think though with Banksy, when you get to see the looks on the show, I can imagine we're gonna get a lot of good looks. That's what I'm hoping for.
I think that's the thing. I think the fact that they're family Gorgeous puts my expectations maybe too high a little bit. So I'm worried that they're not going to be as brilliant as I think they're going to be. But I've heard a lot of good things, so I'm quite excited, if I'm honest, about Banksy.
So next in the list we have Caramel. Yum yum.
Oh my god, this is honest to God one of the most beautiful looks that I've seen in a Meet the Queens promo. She knows her body. Like it's fit to perfection. Absolutely love that, and having the black trans representation finally.
Always good.
Like, I mean, took 5 seasons to get there, but we've got it now, and hopefully that's a good start. I like Caramel. I'm ready for Caramel. I don't really have anything bad or any negative critiques of Caramel. I'm just excited.
Yeah, I think they're gonna kick ass basically.
Yeah.
The look is definitely hitting the mark. Like, it is Sweetie Rapper, but personality.
And everyone likes the poppy finger.
Is that what she's meant to be?
But the look is very it's giving very literally caramel and toffee.
Yeah.
And that's in the sweetie box for me. She's definitely not like the coconut one.
Love a good finger.
I also think
you require more than one though, don't you, Glenn? You can't stop at one.
Anyway, Velvet, what do you think of Caramel?
I'm really excited for the look because I was gonna say I don't know what sweet she's meant to be, but I absolutely love just the look in general and the fact that it's giving me wonderful Tim Burton Catwoman vibes. Yeah, it's just that the personality, the ponytail, it's like I'm really excited, but the fact is, I don't really know anything about them. It's this idea of I don't really know anything about what kind of performance she does or whether she's funny. And it's like, obviously we get a bit from Meet the Queens, but it's still, I think this is a wild card. I don't know which way she's gonna go in this, so I'm kind of
So where
excited.
you know where you said Alexis St. Pete, you can imagine if they end up in the bottom, they'll
Yeah.
never lose. That's my vibe with Caramel. I
Mm.
feel like Caramel's gonna probably have these lanes that she's really fucking good at,
Yeah.
and then anything she downfalls in, I imagine we're gonna have a lip sync assassin on our hands because she's a performer. So when you kind of root for someone, but you also want to see them perform. So you kind of like, well, you need at least 1 or 2 weeks in the bottom so we can watch you.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Caramel. Like, I need that story arc.
I mean, the
I wanna see
problem
it.
I have is that I just don't want to see her in the bottom full stop, because if we're going to be perfectly honest, Drag Race has a nasty history of, hey, here's a first for the competition. Oh, they've gone home immediately. Righto. And it's just a bit like, hang on. Like, because it happened with like Victoria Scone, where it's just like, oh, finally an AFAB queen. Oh, goodbye. Right, okay.
I mean, she left due to an injury.
But then when she came back again, it was, well,
She got to the top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel a bit like, I don't know. I just want better for our sort of trans queens and our AFAB queens.
To be fair, Victoria, I think it was a clever move to just go to Verse the World, diverse the world, because I don't think she would have got away with doing Victor on a RuPaul season. Well, I think on like the Canada season, she got like obviously it was a lot more free, and then that's when she could actually introduce the drag king persona, which I think is really important to start getting in there.
Yeah, I don't think Rue's quite ready for that. He needs to pop off before we start getting kings on Drag Race, I think. But yeah, with Caramel, I think we're going to get a good season. I mean, maybe we'll get to see a lip sync at a top 2. Sometimes we do a top 2. Perhaps that's when we could see Cara perform.
Yeah.
I'd love to see her take on Alexis.
Oh my god, yes, that would be.
Like,
Aren't they sisters as well? Like literally, like London sisters, like know each other.
That's it.
That's
yeah.
almost production are definitely going to fit that in somewhere, surely.
That definitely probably will be a narrative, but
I'm up for that.
To be fair, though, actually, as a segue, talking about Victoria Scone, DD-licious, the next queen we've got to talk about, their look is giving me those vibes, like the big hair, the wonderful.
Their look and their makeup and their tits just make me think of British Choriza.
Oh, I
can't unsee it. Like, if I had a picture of her and Choriza next to each other, I'd be like, "Oh, drag daughters."
Whoa. Well, she is 20, so it could happen.
I was going to say, yeah, that's the other thing. I think they're the youngest in the competition, DD-licious.
Yeah, she is. I think her makeup is my favorite as well. I mean, it's possibly a tie because Caramel's makeup was gorgeous, but I really, really like the way that Dee Dee has done her face, and I am obsessed with the whole ensemble. Those tits, if they were smaller, would really make the outfit look less fabulous. I feel like it's a big-breasted outfit, and she knew what she was doing. I'm really excited for DD-licious.
If at 20 she knows what she's doing, imagine 25.
I think I have a thing for queens who dress older than they are. Like, because this is this look isn't a 20-year-old's look. This is very much a sort of a classical, very beautiful kind of thing. So I kind of like the idea that she's going to Gladys Duffy it up and like have a character and a vibe that's older than she actually is. Because I don't know, I associate that a lot with British drag.
And reading the article, I think the boobs are going to become a thing.
I love that though. I love a good boob queen. It's always like, as long as it's not the only thing about your personality, I just think it's quite fun. And I don't know. So she's a drag sister of season 3 winner Crystal Versace,
Mm.
but you get a totally different vibe. Like Crystal Versace seems to be the sort of poise, perfection kind of sister, whereas Dee Dee is like, well, yeah, I can tell her looking at her tits out, but she's the party sister, and that excites me because I love a good party sister.
Well, I think she is poised though and well painted, but then she's also got that
Yeah.
camp classical
Nuts.
element of like panto drag.
Exactly.
It's like embedded in there.
She's quite literally off her tits. That's what I want. I think she's like a UK version of like a Vegas showgirl.
Yeah.
Like if you were gonna put
Yeah.
UK in Vegas, that's what D Delicious' look gives me, and I'm fully here for it. It's gonna be honest, it's my favorite look of the promo ones, which is a lot because Caramel is obviously fantastic, but this excites me in a slightly different way because it's camp as well.
Yeah.
So she took the win for me.
I like this. This is one of my favorite looks as well, because I was pretty horrible when I was rating the looks and stuff. But it's basically like this got a 6 out of 10 for me, which is pretty good, I think, because I'm a horrible critic. The only person who got higher than a 7 was bloody Alexis St. Pete with an 8. That's how nasty I've been.
Oh. So next on the list is the wonderful, County Durham queen, Ginger Johnson.
Don't get me started.
I've loved watching that.
I think the thing is with Ginger Johnson, it's the fact that they have performed in the scene. People have reached out to me and said that they remember working with Ginger Johnson in the Northeast and in Newcastle and stuff like that. So it's like, it's very much, we know that they have been a presence in County Durham, which is great. It was just apparently 14 years ago.
But it was before she was Ginger Johnson. No, wasn't it? Wasn't she Philistine before? I'm sure she says in the promo.
No, she said she was Safonda Cox in the promo.
Fair I'm pretty sure I genuinely knew her when she was Safonda Cox because I remember that name. I mean, it might be because it's a fairly generic drag name. I don't think there's only one Safonda Cox in the UK.
Shout out to Fonda Cox, the Newcastle-based queen.
Exactly. So there's there's more than one. But obviously this was quite a number of years ago, and that's when I first went on the scene, and it was, local, and I'm pretty sure that I will have seen Ginger when I was younger before they became Ginger. So my heart goes out to Ginger. I'm very, very here for Ginger. Also, she is literally Ginger, and you know what I'm like, guys. I'm a sucker for Gingers. So
I'm
straight away.
See, I'm against the name change. Like, I think Safonda Cox would have been funnier. But also, I don't like. It's kind of like I was watching Danny Beard's clips of their podcast, Gossip Gears, the other day, and like Danny was made a really good point, and she was like, there's like a billion pseudocremes in this country, but what you need to do is be the best pseudocreme on there and get your name on the TV as the best of the 5 pseudocremes that there is, or whatever.
Yeah,
and everyone else changed their name, not you.
Yeah. Exactly, like you want to make it so like that is your name, you are established as that person, and everyone else will have to now change. And I quite like that. Yeah, that was like pure light bulb moment. Like when I watched that, I thought, actually, that is true.
That is like the biggest cunty move, and I love it.
Yeah.
But that's it. But then again, though, Ginger Johnson, it's wow, what a stage-based name. You can tell that she's like a theatre queen. But I'm really excited for this. Like I will admit this is my least favorite of all of the looks, because this feels it's not even the same color fabric between the trousers and the top, and just I'm not keen on it. I think it's a really good what they got the challenge where it looks like a quality street. It looks like the big purple one. But I hate it. I'm going to be honest.
Also, it looks theatre-esque.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It very much represents them.
If you've got the picture up on your phone, if you put your fingers over the bottom half of the outfit, the top half of the outfit, the hair and the makeup actually looks really good. I think the problem with the outfit is just that the pants are a bit out of place.
Yeah.
And the shoes. I don't know why the shoes are that colour.
The shoes don't tie in with anything. I would have definitely put a white belt in there to kind of go, hey, look, white's a thing. But
the pants need a match. And
I don't know
a bit more white.
If you have the white belt, it might make the unmatching pants work a bit better actually because you've got a split
Yeah.
like that is just the fabric.
Actually,
But
that's why I get annoyed, because with
To be
all the
fair,
other looks, I'm like,
actually-
you do well at what you're trying to do. I can't really recommend anything because I don't really know better. And the fact that someone as shit for looks as me, except when someone else is designing them,
thanks, Opium.
can think of improvements. Thank you very much, Opium. You are my savior. Chris Niali.
Hang on. So I have just zoomed in on the shoes, and the shoes are actually silver and sequiny. And I think it's an
Okay.
attempt to tie it in with the buttons. But still,
Yes.
I think maybe if there was like ruffles of silver around the cuffs of the top and around the ruffly bits on the top, like
Or
bits
even
of
the
silver
pants.
embedded.
Something on the
Yeah.
pants. Because I honestly, if I cover up the bottom half of the outfit, I think she looks fucking brilliant. The hair, the way the hairstyle, gorgeous. The makeup on point. The top half of the outfit fully looks like a purple one. Like if you didn't see the bottom half, top marks.
I think if the top half of the outfit went down into a flared skirt or went down into something,
yes.
like a big sort of thing, that would be absolutely amazing. Keep it like as just one big long dress,
One piece,
but it doesn't, But
so I think to summarize, Ginger Johnson, we're gonna see it strong top but sloppy bottom.
That sounds like County Durham. I'm worried. I will actually say I'm worried for Ginger Johnson because obviously, like, we know that they're a theatre queen. I need more evidence that they're a looks queen, and Drag Race is very much look based. It's the idea of there's a lot of people in this competition who are basically throwing money at a designer and saying, "Hey, make me something nice." If that's what's happened here, I don't know whether you can get refunds once the fabric's bought, but but it's. I'm a bit worried that this is someone who might be going home week 1 or week 2, even though they would be amazing in the challenges if they could get to them.
I think I'm getting a Jinx Monsoon vibe of
really.
There's a certain level of enjoyment and talent that you can bring to the challenges, whereby as long as you don't look literally garbage on the runway, you can still do well. Like, that's my feeling for Ginger. I could be wrong. I could be proved wrong. We could be missing her in week 1 and then I might cry. But I don't know. I think even though the bottom half of the look, as we've said, sloppy bottom, the top half gives polish. So if at least half of the look's polish, I expect that on the actual show, we might, because bearing in mind they were told to look like a fucking sweet rapper. So let's not be too harsh on judging these first looks, because the looks on the season, if they're not better than the promo looks, I'll be quite surprised.
Well, just
maybe not all of them, but...
imagine though if they literally just did the paper bag like look where they just glued sweet wrappers to a plain bodysuit.
Lala Ree.
Imagine.
Look, Lala Ree has redeemed herself. We do not need to bring up the bag look anymore. It was the worst in Drag Race history.
No. Candy Muse's alien outfit exists.
Yeah. No, that's literally what it was. That was the worst, and then the bag look. It was a close second, but never forgive.
So, continuing the look of the pantsuit, I guess next on the list, I've got to say, I think this is my favourite name. Yeah, actually, they are. It's my favourite name, but I'm not sure how I feel about the person. But yeah, Kate Butch.
I see.
26, Derbyshire.
I'm going to start with this one because it's like this is the one I'm the most excited about because I've been in it was like an internet show with Kate Butch, and it was because we did these amateur kind of, I can't say that, but we did these shows online during the pandemic and stuff where basically everyone watched them. It was great, where we got loads of queens and kings from up and down the country and basically did sort of compilation cabaret shows and stuff. And one of the ones I was on had Kate Butch, and it was like, whoa, you're really good. I need to keep a lookout for you. So I followed them for since the pandemic now. And I'm really excited. And the weird thing is that I saw this look and I was like, oh, I don't like it. It's like, oh, I think it's a bit weird. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh, I do actually like it. And it's a bit weird. It's really growing on me because it's like we're saying about Ginger Johnson, it all kind of ties in where it's the idea of it's weird in places, but then it kind of works. It's got half a skirt, it's got half a sleeve, it's got a little I don't know, drapey shoulder bit. Opium's going to kill me for not knowing what that is. Or it's a massive sleeve. I actually like it. And I'm really excited for her because I think she's very funny. She's very theatrical. I'm excited. And obviously another non-binary queen.
I'm similar to you because that show that you mentioned, I remember watching that, and there was quite a few performers in that show. So obviously it's hard to be a standout,
Yeah.
specifically memorable when there's a good cast list. But Kate was, and I'm like you, I've followed Kate Butch for a good number of years.
And obviously
outfit,
Kate Bush. Kate Bush references are always welcome.
oh yeah, they're welcome in this household. I have mixed feelings on the outfit, if I'm honest. I do like that the colours tie in. I will give Kate that without a doubt. But I'm not a massive pants fan, so this was never going to be.
Are you wearing
favourite.
pants now?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Not at the time of day. We're recording on a Sunday morning, so no, I'm not fully dressed. Why would I be? But with that said, I do prefer my lovely little lilac shorts that I'm wearing over Kate Butch's pants. But personality, absolutely brilliant. I have high expectations, definitely in comedy challenges, and I think that involves using her personality. I just hope that the looks can sort of be better than the promo one.
I think the look does suit the personality from what I've seen in Meet the Queens. Like, they say like they're 26 acting 56 or whatever. And I do get that vibe. I hope Kate Bush isn't the only layer to Kate Butch. Like, yeah, it's a fun reference, but like, it's a 5-minute joke, then move on and show us who Kate Butch is. And I want there to be layers. Like the outfit has got layers. I want their personality to have layers and not just be Kate Bush tied.
Well, to be fair, there's nothing about the look that says Kate Bush. It's more sort of
true.
What is it? Bonnie Tyler. It's a weird Bonnie Tyler hair and stuff.
It's giving holding out for a hero.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's giving me. But yeah, I'm excited for Kate Butch. I'm actually hoping that I get them this season. To be fair, I'm hoping that I get them when we. Oh well, we'll get to it later, won't we?
Yeah, I would be quite happy. I don't think anyone would be mad at getting Kate Butch in the little drag sweepstakes that we'll end up doing inevitably. But yeah, who's next on the list, dear Glenn?
Well, controversial but exciting. So I've seen this person like grow as a queen, as a king. Well, start off as a king, and then they became a queen. All the way in Grand Can. So it's our very own Northeast-born person, Mr. Michael Maroney. So pronouns he, him out of drag, and she, her in drag now. Yeah, I'm excited to see the holiday campness of a show enter a platform of RuPaul's stage, and I hope there is a big difference.
Yeah, I'm kind of, because the Grand Can drag is so different to what we usually get on Drag Race, because it's very, if I'm perfectly honest, it's very lewd, it's very sort of theatrical. Yeah. But I'm just fully expecting their sort of first. Whenever I think of Grand Can queens, I just expect that they're gonna come into the workroom immediately, like Scarlet Harlot doing Sunderland Pride, just immediately just saying something they totally shouldn't, and he'll be like, "Oh, okay, cool. You're not in Grand Can anymore." Like it's not all tits. Jokes.
I think she'll surprise us and be completely different, because Grand Can in Winter Pride, like the stage performances are very like polished, high end, a bit like you kind of probably like working towards your whole RuPaul Drag Race tour sort of level, because they get like a big stage put in the middle of the Jumbo Center.
Yeah.
And then they do have all the special lights and the coordination. So I think it'll be that full time from Michael.
What show did I see when I was in Grand Can then?
So no, like your Ricky's bar shows are very like lewd, over the top campness. With that's Ricky's bar, but when they do the actual Grand Can Pride,
yeah,
it's a different level.
I think
it's more concert.
I think it's the idea of, obviously, I'm casting shade and saying, oh well, they haven't been in Newcastle for years, but they've been doing drag for years now. Like, what is it? Like, what the article says, 22
15.
when they started drag. You're like, that's incredible. Like, that's like 17 years. Yeah, 17 years.
Yeah.
And it's also the fact of, they will have picked up so many tricks in this time. I'm expecting top 4 for this, if I'm perfectly honest. And also I want them to do well because they're 39 and we need more older queen representation. I'll be very disappointed if they bomb out,
You've also got somebody who's 22 when they started drag, but also some of the queens that are in Grand Can are actually older than 39.
Yeah.
Like, I know one of them recently had a 50th birthday show that they did. So it's also going to be seeing what tricks they've picked up from much older queens.
Yeah. I love the idea that they've probably sent her over being like, oh, she's the twink of the group.
My God. Not the 39-year-old twink. I actually think we're going to get some of the Geordie side of Michael, because yes, they've lived and worked in Grand Canada for a long time, but they are still a Geordie at heart. So I think coming back to the UK's drag scene, we might get that blend of sort of, here's the drag that sort of I started out with, and that is my like home from home personality, combined with what I've learned in Grand Can. With that said, this promo look, the theme was Quality Street, and Michael went Medusa. Now, I love the headpiece, and that's it. It's not for me.
I think you're right. It's if we're going to criticize other people by not reading the spec, we need to criticize this where I'm like, what suite are you meant to be? And don't just say the green one, because it's I don't know, like it's do we praise people for sort of going, oh well, it's kind of Quality Street colors, but I've taken my own massive spin on it, or do you just go, no, this was the brief? Like, I like it, but it feels like they just picked something out of their wardrobe that they already had, and I don't know.
I like the boots. I do like the outfit. I think it's the snakiness on it that gets on my wick a little bit. Like, the earrings are camp and fun, but the arm things look like old ladies' fingers are hanging off.
They look
and
like fingers.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. I think if you remove those, I would be more inclined to enjoy it a bit more.
Is that what happened? Hold on, is that what happens?
I like the little chandelier crotch.
Oh, sorry. I'll let you say. No,
I was going to say, I like the chandelier. I like the chandelier crotch bit. I like, because that's a bit Grand Can. Like, there's elements of Grand Can in this combined with UK drag, but the little dangly fingers, just, even if you're going for the snake outfit, I don't really get what they are.
I think this might be a Gran Canaria reference, because I think what happens is if you touch the queens in Grand Can, they take your fingers off. So all of the queens just have this like collection of like fingers that they use for necklaces and like gloves and whatnot.
When you zoom in, they're actually Diamante snakes. But again, like, I don't know, it just doesn't
read.
Has anyone ever got a snake in a box of Quality Street? Like, you open it up, you're going in for the big purple one, and there's just a lizard in there. Well, just a snake in there.
I just think that sort of thing doesn't work on the arms, because they've got to be big and exaggerated to stand out. And I think even if it was like kind of like the earrings, like a giant snake around their arm, around the forearm, that would work. That would be camp. That would, and you'd be able to tell what it is. But with this, like I said, I've got to zoom in and have a look and think, why have you got your nana's fingers hanging off? Oh wait, they're not.
Your nana's
like,
fingers.
if this was a snake look and you took off the dangly bits, I would probably be really into it. But the fact is, it doesn't fit in the promo lineup, and I don't like the dangly fingers.
Like, I like the color, and I like the color and the crotch, and I think this look in a different theme. Like, if there was like a myths and legends theme, bang, killed it.
I'd also love to watch him perform in this outfit, because it's definitely a performance outfit. Those dangly fingers would be swirling everywhere, But I think I'm excited to see more of Michael, because we know for a fine fact that we're going to get more than this sort of mismatched look, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So, continuing the green theme, we have Miss Naomi Carter.
Wait, from Doncaster, no less. Is that the highest 23. Up the UK we've got?
No, Newcastle's above Doncaster. Get yourself a map, pet. Frickin' hell.
See,
I'm not giving up on it.
This is my preferred green outfit because it's a little bit more streamlined. I mean, let's be honest, the bodysuit fits amazing. Naomi's got a cracking body.
It's the wig and the jacket for me.
I love the wig. Absolutely love the wig.
I love the jacket.
I'm gonna be brutal with this. I kind of hate it. Like I love it, but it's what is it? Like I just the other one we can be like, oh, it's a Snake Medusa outfit. What is this gives me like Final Fantasy vibes. This gives me Final Fantasy X vibes where or like she looks like a summon from one of the Final Fantasy games. And I'm here for this, but I have no idea why that is Quality Street. And what are the things on her head? Are they little mice? Are they little chocolate mice or something on there?
No,
like
it's
coffee beans
like
or
dreads. Yeah, I think it's coffee beans because they do have Nigerian roots, I believe.
yeah.
So I think it is a clap back to their like African roots sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it is like dreadlocks made into the shape. But I don't know. I'm living for it. I like it. I think, yeah.
If you say green triangle, and you look at especially with the pose, green triangle, bit of other colour.
Yeah.
But it's giving me Quality Street.
Yeah,
like furry Quality Street, admittedly, might be a bit moldy, but the look's good.
I think I like everything about her, and I like, her statement and I like what she's saying and stuff, and I'm excited to see her, but it's just, I don't know. If I criticize the other looks, I've got to criticize this one where I'm just like, what is going on?
I'd get rid of actually, the only thing I'd get rid of is the brown bits on the earrings, around the neck and on the ends of the arms and around the hip. And I think I would have had that as more of a metallic-y green, maybe.
Are they like caramel? Like, does the if they're meant to be the big green one or the green triangle, does that have caramel inside? And is that what the brown's representing?
No, it's got crunchy bits inside.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't. Yeah, it's a weird one. I think
like
Glenn's right. I probably would have put more green in.
There's a lot going on.
I really enjoy.
Beans.
It's the bodysuit going directly into the shoe that I really enjoy because it works. And there's a two-tone green at the bottom. I think it's done quite well.
It's an amazing look.
Yeah.
I'm excited for personality as well, though, from Naomi, because Naomi isn't just a twirling queen. There is comedy elements and stuff in there. So I think maybe Naomi is one of the more challenge diverse cast members, potentially. I
think she's going to be like a sneaky upper. Like the jumpers of the season.
You love a sneaky upper.
I think she'll be like the jumpers of the season. Like just the hidden assassin.
Yeah. I really hope that she does well in like the roast that no one saw coming with jumpers. I can see that for Naomi. I think the girls might underestimate a little bit because even though she's not a small name, she's maybe not the biggest name in the cast, but I think she's going to come out swinging. I'm quite excited for Naomi. Also, she's an absolute babe.
So next on the list, I think this is probably the most sweetie look out of the cast. Tamara Thomas, 25 and Hartlepool. Velvet, do you want to get your rant out?
Apparently, she started drag after she'd gone to London, and she has performed up here though because she came up with who was it? She came up for one of the viewing parties ages ago because she's friends with. Who is she friends with?
Don't know. You're the one who knows everyone in Hartlepool.
I know, it's really difficult. Well, she's never performed in Hartlepool.
3 people in Hartlepool.
Yeah,
but...
I don't think she's ever performed in Hartlepool, but she has performed in Newcastle and stuff. But it's very much one of these, like, they are a London queen. So let's do that. But I will say, though, I love this look. Like, Stu, you were saying you weren't feeling it before we started, but it's like, I absolutely love this look. I mean, the resting bitch face I'm not really that keen on, but it's the fact of, wow, someone got the brief and someone, like, knocked it out of the park, in my opinion.
Yeah, for the brief, I absolutely think it's been nailed, like, without a doubt. Can't argue that. I do love the headpiece.
Yeah.
I quite like that. I think, so the thing that throws me off, overall, I don't hate the look. It's you see the back bit where it actually really does look like foil. As a look for a sweetie wrapper, yes. If this look was for anything other than the theme, it's wrinkly and crinkly, and I don't really like the shoes.
Mm.
But at the waist, that I do like the silhouette. It's a good silhouette, and you've fucking nailed the brief.
I
just
don't
think
like
if it
the
wasn't,
colour of the bow.
I mean, it gives tacky sweet wrapper to me, so I think it works.
Yeah,
But
I think
again,
it gives me sweet wrapper, or you know those bizarre things you get in pound shops where it's just got loads of random toys in for kids, and it's like a surprise
Yeah.
pack or something. It makes me think of them. You know, it's like a quid, and you just get loads of like a plastic dinosaur and like a sort of like a balloon or something
pencils
in it.
And yeah,
that's so. It's
Yeah.
either a really classy sweet wrapper or a really tacky sort of like
an entertainment pack for children.
I think, though, this is a very good sign for tomorrow, because if she knows how to hit a brief quite this spot on,
yeah.
I think she's going to do really well.
Bear
Like,
in
I don't
mind
think
though
that
that the queens don't often make their outfits, so it doesn't. It's no
Well-
indication on her because she might have just gone to a designer and said, "Oh, make me a quality street outfit. I've got to do the pink one," and then it could have been up to the designer to make it that good.
if, though, she's got a connection with a good enough designer who does hit briefs, again, that's all you need. If the brief's been hit, that's
Yeah.
I've got good expectations of tomorrow, because I think, despite me slightly reading the outfit, I actually don't hate it. I just think if it wasn't this quality street brief,
Yeah.
it's not going to be the best of tomorrow's work.
I think
I reckon
if
we're
they
gonna
were
get
doing a
show.
brunch and they were right next to you
Yeah.
as you're moving around and you could hear the crinkling, it would be annoying. But when we're seeing
Yeah.
it on the runway, we're going to be like, "Oh, amazing!" because you're not going to be able to hear any of that.
I
Yeah,
get a
that's-
villain vibe from them.
Oh yeah,
And I'm calling it out. Like, I think they're going to be
Yeah.
the villain of the season quite easily.
I'm going to be horrible. I think they feel very much like young privilege. And it feels very much like they're going to be a brat. They're going to be that. I don't actually expect them to last very long. And I'm hoping I'm wrong about that. But I kind of feel like, I don't know. It's, like even when they're talking about sort of like, "Oh, I've been a fan of the show for ages." I'm like, that it doesn't usually end well when someone's like a fanboy coming on the show. It's usually like, "Hey, I like drag because I like drag," rather than, "Oh, I just got into drag because I wanted to be on Drag Race," which is kind of how it comes across.
I think they're going to be that person where I think they'll get to like top 5 and everyone's like, "Please get rid of them. Please get rid of them."
I say I'm seeing like strong villain edit, like not like mid rounds, like, "Oh yeah, they were a villain for the first half and then we couldn't really keep them any longer." I actually think Tamara might have the villain persona on the show, but the actual skill to match it. I don't know. There's just something about it.
Kind of like, right, I'm going to eat these words afterwards because I do like this queen, but kind of like a horror, like in the first half of season 2. Like,
yeah, that's it. Like,
but is she gonna get? Wasn't there a break in that and a pandemic?
Yeah, and then a horror kind of took the time and grew up a little bit, and when she came back, she was actually lovely and fab and amazing. And then even like now, like, well, we've met a horror a few times. Like at DragCon, like really nice person.
Yeah.
But that initial entrance on the show, I think if a horror didn't have that break, I think she would have been villain edit all the way through. But
we need a villain edit though. A show is much more entertaining. This is reality TV. This is we've got to remember. These girls aren't actually that much of a villain in real life. They're going on well, they might be, but they're going on a TV show. If you can play a good villain that people still root for, that's great. Like I feel that from tomorrow. That I'm gonna go with villain edit, quite skilled, probably in the bottom at some point. Like, because I think pretty much everyone on the season is probably going to go to the bottom at least once, aren't they? Hopefully, because we want to see them lip sync. But yeah, I think she'll do well on runways. Like, I just see it, even though it's again slightly slated the initial look. I actually think she's got the sort of model vibe. I think she's going to really enjoy the runway. But,
if someone can do a villain edit like the Vixen or Willem, I'll accept them.
Yeah, it has to be good.
But that's hard to get. If someone comes on as the villain edit like Silky's first season, freaking hate them. Candy first season, hate them.
Nope.
Candy coming back, still hate them.
Yeah, it's like the bad example right there.
Like, if they do that villain edit, nah. If they can do a villain edit that's funny, like the Vixen and Willem, especially Willem, then yeah, she can stay. I'll allow it.
I would like her to stay. I'm very intrigued, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she does.
Like, I want to be proven wrong. This is my queen, but I want to be proven wrong about my sort of expectations.
And then we've got last but not least. Now, I think this queen's actually my favourite. Is going to be my favourite in the competition. Just like their full personality as they were talking. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to interview them at DragCon. But yeah, Vicky Vivacious from Cornwall.
Yeah,
absolutely love.
She's our first pasty, isn't she? We've never had somebody that south.
I think she is, yeah.
Yeah, like she's south of the south, like yeah.
South. Very south.
I mean, it's like Cornwall is one of my favourite places in England. It is such an absolutely amazing place. It's just very difficult to get to when you live up north. But I'm so excited for this. Like, it's one of these things where like the look doesn't give me Quality Street, but I love everything about it. And so it's kind of that like, okay, it's the right colour and it looks fabulous. I have no idea what chocolate you're meant to be, but I'll forgive you more than I will Michael or yeah.
It's camp. It is camp classic drag.
It's off brief. Like I can't sit here and say she looks like a Quality Street, but it's like probably my second or third favorite look of all the promos.
Yeah,
she's stunning.
Looks like a Muppet, and that's why I love it.
I also love the idea of this is the easiest outfit to trip yourself up in. Like, you know, from someone who wears outfits with trains, it's like, how will you walk in this at all? You know, it's exciting.
And it's very classic British drag. Like, if anybody wanted to show a picture of a British drag queen, that is it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think she could do with eating a few more pasties, and then she'd definitely be British drag, because like I think also plump is British drag.
Yeah.
But that is a British look. That's a UK look.
Those are definitely not chicken feathers. You can see they're the expensive feathers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love Vicky. I think out of all of the Meet the Queens promos, Vicky's was my favourite as well. She's just a good vibe. Like, Vicky's the kind of person that you want to go to brunch with. Like, and I'm here for gals I want to go to brunch with. Like, if you know, Vicky, if you're listening, brunch gal, sometime Girl and Vicky does brunch. We're here for it. I don't have anything I can say other than I'm very excited for Vicky. I mean, I don't think there's a challenge she'll be that bad at.
Yeah, I'd be very, very surprised if Vicky doesn't do well. Like, when the only thing I can criticise is that, yet again, they're from Cornwall, but they work in London and have worked in London for a very long time. It's the idea of, aside from that little niggle that I have with everyone, they just seem like a powerhouse, and you know, their personality just shines through. And even on like the GURL website where we got the article, it's like what's it like, you know, I've been doing drag for 15 years. I know that's crazy because I'm only 18. It's like, these are the little jokes that I appreciate. And then it's like, I can whip up a crowd and I can also eat a pasty in less than 5 seconds. Now, we're thinking of Northern Greg's pasties here. She's talking about a bloody Cornish pasty.
Big Cornish pasty.
Cannot eat that in 5 seconds. You know, like, that is, unless you can unhinge your jaw like a snake. And by the look of the picture, I think she can.
I hope so. I love that. I love those lips. Those are UK drag lips as well. Like the way that she's done the lip liner and she's made them really like that is. I think this is British drag. Like Vicky is fully like representing. Like whether or not she's representing Cornwall, but there's no drag in Cornwall, so you know.
Yeah, I'd definitely pay like 30 or 40 quid a ticket just to see her live, and that's a meet and greet, because I think she can work a crowd quite easily. And just like actually I'm just having a reread of now of the what Velvet was saying about the whole 15 years, and I know that's crazy, I'm only 18, but even the rest of it's quite funny. Like, you know, I moved from Cornwall to London to go to drama school, and this is what happens when you get government funding and scholarship.
Oh, see, and you know, under the Tories, no one's got government funding, so
Not even the government.
Well, except for their pockets. But moving on. No, I'm really excited for Vicky Vivacious. I would very much be... they're very much one of the ones that I would like to get in the sweepstakes, as whatever we call them. But one thing, before we move on, though, one thing that I want to mention is that some of the amazing guest judges that we have this season, because can we just say we get Carol Vorderman and we get Sophie Ellis-Bextor. I'm so excited for these, because Carol Vorderman has been part of my life since I was a child, in terms of like on Countdown and all the various things and stuff. But it's the idea that she's been so outspoken politically lately, and I'm so here for it. She is literally she is leaning on left wing, which is what we need in this country, if I'm perfectly honest, and she's not afraid to say it, and it's wonderful seeing her just hold people to account, and you're like, yes, that's what we need, people with a platform who aren't scared to be like, this government is shit,
Yeah, I'm really excited for Carol Vorderman, because I have been watching her Twitter lately, and I'm like, I think it just makes sense for her to come onto the show now, especially with the way she's been doing herself. I am excited for Joel. Is it Joel McDermott? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Joel Dommett.
Sorry, yeah. There's so many Joels. Anyway, they're both beautiful. This one is very beautiful. I'm quite excited for him. And the only critique I've got is I think we're now at a point with the UK Drag Race where you could actually have past contestants on. And it's a shame we haven't got any of them. I'd like to see the Vivian as a guest judge.
We'll probably start getting that after this season, I think, because let them get the first 5 out of the way. Hopefully, we'll get
even bring somebody like Bianca Del Rio over.
Oh, yes.
Cause I think Bianca criticizing British drag would be amazing, because they're essentially American British drag.
She is, yeah, she's perfect. I'm excited for Ashton B to be back as well. I loved her. When she came and did the comedy challenge, brilliant. I think she's hilarious. She is. I'm excited for that. That and Sophie Ellis-Bextor. I mean,
girl.
Anyway, shall we start battling it out? Because I think there's at least 1 or 2 queens we all kind of want to have in our little drag sweepstakes.
Yeah, I've kind of given away the ones I want, so it's hopefully they're not going to predict which ones we want. But so are we going to do this the same as last year, where we're going to get a celebrity guest?
Celebrity is a strong term for Gladys Duffy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
local celebrity. No, hang on. I just wrote their bloody list of achievements for Snatch Talk for the episode I'm putting out next. Before Drag Idol All Stars on the 24th, and their list of achievements is massive. And you're just like, oh, okay, I guess you were a full-on celebrity, Gladys.
Oh yeah, definitely a northern celebrity at least.
I mean, how can you not be? How can you have your own Edinburgh Fringe show and not be a celebrity? Yeah.
I think we should continue that tradition, though. But I do believe we should switch things up. Should we give someone else a ring this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Velvet's recently worked with somebody who we could probably call a favour off now. Don't they owe you a favour?
Oh, that bitch owes me a lot of favours. I have someone very much in mind for this. So okay, let's give him a call. Let's see what happens. Hello, Elektra, Choriza, are you there?
Hello. How are you?
Oh,
Can I just start off by saying I'm not an immigrant. I'm from Burnley.
It's the same thing. It's the same. If you stay there, it's fine. But if you leave,
also, when you move from Gosford to Sunderland.
I know I'm a traitor. I had to during the Great North Run. I had to describe myself as a traitor to people.
God, thank you for having us. We're so excited to be here.
Well, that's it. No, thank you so much for doing it, because it's one of these things where we can't decide who should get who for this, and therefore having a independent third party is always good. But Stu and Glenn, are you ready to get some queens assigned?
Yes.
Oh, you can tell we're in a gay podcast now. The first yes has been dropped.
That's it. And it was Jim Bunny Glenn to do it. Typical.
Typical
I
bottom
must say,
behaviour.
Velvet, your voice sounds lovely for a podcast. Like, it's
Yeah.
very irritating in person, but it really works.
People have often
Choriza
said that
she's
I'm
got-
better if you can't see me, you know?
Yeah, that's what Choriza said to me last night because I was talking about this podcast, and she said, "Thank God we're not on camera because the state of Velvet's
That's a
makeup."
lie. You know what? Oh my God, you know what?
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You know what we did last night? Oh my God, there was a badger. There was a
So,
badger
yeah.
right outside the window, and
in my garden.
we had some leftover pizza.
No, you can't tell that story. We're recorded.
No, we gave some pizza to a badger. I don't think that's
Oh,
bad.
that's okay. Yeah,
That's
but-
lovely.
yeah.
But I threw him a full slice of pizza and accidentally placed it right on top of his back.
The badger. Choriza, I was like, I turned my back for 2 seconds. Choriza has never seen a badger before. So she's got this slice of pizza. The badger's loving a bit of Domino's. And she lobs this slice of pizza, misses the badger's little feeding point, and ends up on the badger's back. I was like, Choriza, no!
So the badger thought there was someone touching him and was so scared, just looking around like, who's touching me? Who's a hand in my back?
The badger happily got the pizza slice off its back and enjoyed the pizza and lots of carrots we gave it.
Yes, lots of carrots. That's
Carrots are still in my garden, though.
Are they? What a silly. Anyway,
He's got a taste for pizza now. He's got. I just love that, Choriza, you're inventing new types of Pokemon because you can tell that that's going to be a Pokemon one day. Just a badger with a pizza slice on it.
It's gonna be it's a variant form for Sixagoon. That's what's gonna happen. Anyway, I love it. Anyway, that's our little story. I think we can crack on with our job, which is ask you questions, right? We're gonna be we're gonna making you a little drag queen quiz, and if you get it right, you get to pick a queen, and if you get it wrong, we assign you a queen. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way we'd like to do it.
Good. First question. Let's ask to Thotter Stu. Who was the first queen to be told, Shantae, you stay?
On UK?
In Drag Race history ever in general.
So season 1, episode 1 of
And those rose-tinted
US.
days.
oh
Gosh,
Thank you,
Back-
Glenn.
back-
Thotter,
back
stop
in
Googling
the
answer.
day. No, I know who
I've
went.
had-
I'm just trying to think who the fuck was.
Yeah,
he was
That
the
was
bottom.
back when I had hair.
Was it Acacia? Acacia?
Oh, you're
Begins with
reading
a
it.
P.
You're reading it. You don't know how to pronounce it.
You're a cheater.
You're a
Stu.
cheater.
No, I just can't remember her name because she went was it third? She went in the end.
Oh yeah, you read the.
I think
you
she's got,
read
like,
her
the-
whole Wikipedia entry. Anyway, yes, it was Acacia.
That's
Get
the
to
one.
choose a queen. Who you want?
I would like Ginger Johnson.
Oh,
Ooh.
our Durham queen. What a
Next
joy.
Oh, a Durham
question.
Queen.
Next question is for Glenn. Glenn, who was the first queen to do a death drop?
oh freaking hell.
No, wrong.
Oh no.
It does sound like a queen name, like.
Frickin' hell.
um
Please welcome to the stage. Freaking hell.
I don't know. Raja. Oh.
Oh, I can tell that Glenn's not a cheater because he's not Googling.
No.
Who the hell was that?
Do you want the
Hang on.
answer?
Go
Or
on.
does someone want to take
So
the
bad.
question?
I'll let you pick for me.
It is. The answer was Shangela.
Yes, it was
Oh,
Shangela.
wow.
And Glenn, because I know you're not a cheater like Stu definitely
Rude.
Googled. Rude. Glenn, I'm going to give you a queen. I'm going to give you Tamara Thomas.
Oh my gosh, I
Mm.
love her. I love Tamara.
The Hartlepool Queen.
I love her. Another Northeast. I love that. Okay, next question. It's for the Velvet Snatch. Are you ready? The Velvet Snatch.
I love it. You're just doing the full name for everything. Yes, I am ready. Choriza May.
There you go. In season 5, Alaska entered the workroom with what on?
Oh, I know that. Clothing.
Come on. You stupid cow.
What was she? Bollocks.
I'm trying.
I think I
All the
actually know
answers
this
there.
one.
I do know this one.
Is it a?
Oh, I think to rephrase that question.
Oh, I don't. I genuinely
What
don't
did
know.
Alaska
A hood.
head?
Pardon?
A hood. Yeah, what did Alaska had on her head?
Yeah, a hood, a beehive, a monkey.
Noah.
Oh,
A horse mask.
Oh, yeah, and there was that too. Mm.
Oh, Velvet. You're shit. Okay.
You know
gonna
I'm
give
shit.
I knew that, but now everyone knows as well. Who could I give you? I don't want to be mean. I want to give you queens I like.
Well, that's just rude to the queens.
wow.
I don't want to give you a shit queen.
I didn't say that. You said that.
The translation was there.
Okay. I'm gonna give. You know what? I'm gonna give you our Newcastle queen, Michael Maruli.
Ah, amazing. Brilliant. I actually really like their runway look there.
Her. You do not deserve her, but you're getting her.
Oh, you're too nice. You're too nice.
No, Newcastle queen. There was someone on Instagram that's like, Michael Maruli is the second queen on Drag Race UK to have Spanish origins. And it's like, not quite, babes.
Well,
We're the opposite. I'm a Newcastle queen who is from Spain, and she's a Newcastle queen who lives in Spain.
Yeah, it's like
There you
it's
go.
like she works in Gran Canaria. That's not an origin. That's
I went to see her in Gran Canaria a couple of months ago, and actually, it's really good. Really good. I enjoyed it, just so you all know. Great story, really. I've got my own question.
Ooh.
Who was Miss Who was Miss Congeniality of our season? That's season 3 of UK Drag Race.
Thotter Stu, that's for
Oh
you.
yeah, that's for Stu. Sorry, babes. Stu, are you still awake or are you
Anubis.
asleep in bed?
That was Anubis. Was that voted for by the Queens as well?
Wrong. There was not official Miss Congeniality in our season. It was a trick question. You lose.
Okay, Stu. Well, there was a bit. Yes.
Who do you want to pick?
Vicky Vivacious.
Vivacious Stu.
Oh,
I think that's a perfect match.
I love her. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I hope you haven't looked at the spoilers and know who does well, because then, Stu, you are double cheating today.
I think Stu knows everything. I think
no, I really like Vicky. She's my favorite of the promos.
Stu's already spoiled stuff for me,
That's why
so
you
of course he
didn't pick her
has.
first.
No, I just put Ginger's from Hartlepool. Like, she literally is from half an hour away from me. I'm sticking with my Northern Queen.
I thought Ginger was from Newcastle.
No, she's from Durham.
Yeah.
Well, County Durham, yeah. Near Hartlepool.
Well, she's from County Durham, but she was made in London.
Well, let's not get into this again. I'm holding my peace.
Okay, Glenn. Glenn,
Yes.
who was the first runner-up? Ever.
Sorry?
Obviously. Who was the first runner-up on Drag Race history?
Oh,
Rob.
was it Rebecca Glasscock?
Oh, you
No.
almost got it! It was actually Nina Flowers.
Shit. Rebecca was third, though. I think I should half get that.
No.
No, but she's not the first runner-up. So we get to assign you a queen.
How would
And I'm
half
gonna
getting
give
it
you-
work, Glenn?
Well, she was the top 3. She was definitely third.
No, what I
Fun
mean, like,
fact.
how would you assign a queen? Like, if it was like only half?
So
right?
Glenn gets to choose his queen, but then it gets robbed
Two
of him.
options and you choose one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still wrong, though.
Okay, so Banksy and Kate Butch, which one do you want?
Oh, Banksy.
Glad you get Kate Butch.
Bye.
Kate Butch for Glenn.
Brutal.
You bastard.
Brutal.
Velvet.
Snatch. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When I find the question, who was the first contestant to win 2 maxi challenges? That's really hard.
Well,
Ooh.
just gonna give.
Wait a minute, was it Nina Flowers?
Another guess.
Vagina.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll give you another guess. It was on Gina. Thanks, Choriza.
I'm so glad I guessed
Glenn,
that.
not Glenn. Velvet, I'm going to give you another question because my assistant here fucked it up. Who was the first contestant to win 3? Who was the first contestant to win 3 maxi challenges?
I want to say angina again. Is it Nina Flowers?
It was wrong.
No.
One more guess.
Angina? Nope.
Was it Raja?
You stupid bitch.
I'm really
No.
bad.
Say another name.
Another name.
Well, Raja.
Ira Sanchez.
Oh, bloody hell.
Doesn't count. Doesn't
Velvet,
count.
I'm going to be a drag queen.
Mm.
Velvet, you've got a choice between. No, you don't get
Don't
a choice.
give her a choice.
You don't get a choice. Who's left? Okay. You get my sister, Alexis St. Pete.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we love her. My immigrant sister. I love that for you.
Wait, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay. That's the next question, and it is for Stu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was the first contestant to win 4 maxi challenges?
Oh.
Are we running out of questions?
Oh, Christ. Was that... Fuck. Sharon Needles?
Yes. No, Stu, you're a fucking cheat.
No.
No, I am here as the host, but my Drag Race knowledge is absolutely terrible, where Stu and Glenn are obsessive fans and know way too much for a human being to know.
No, Stu knows way too much for a human being. He is like a Rolodex.
Dude, that's why
That's
you can't
right.
get out of bed, Stu, because you're weighed down by your Drag Race knowledge.
In the wig. Where's my head?
I thought it was depression.
And I hope.
Depression and drag race knowledge? Not my CV.
Queen, who do you want?
I'll take D Delicious, please.
Yes.
You get DD Licious. Sorry, I thought that sounded really shady, but I was actually clearing my throat.
We love the delicious.
So,
I'm obsessed with her.
next question is, Glenn, who was the 3rd contestant to go home on UK Drag Race ever? The 3rd.
Right, hang on.
Get Google up.
Season. I'm trying to remember the season 1 queens.
Okay. 3.
Mm.
Say a
Two.
contestant from season 1.
Shit, my mind's gone blank. I'm trying to think of season 1. I can only think of the Vivian and Gotti Kendall. Oh,
It was neither of them.
I know that. 1 won, 1 went home fast. Oh, I give up.
Just say
Vinegar.
Nina Flowers, that's what I did.
Stroke. It was Vinegar Strokes.
Oh, Vinegar.
We had the first one out, Coffee. The second one was Scaredy Cat. And the
Scaredy
third
Cat.
one was Vinegar Strokes.
Yeah, I
we get to
remember
assign
now
you
that
a
you've told
queen.
me.
We get to assign you a queen. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you get incredible queen, Naomi Carter.
Ooh.
Yes.
Exciting.
Good.
To be fair, I love her wig and the promo look.
Same.
Oh,
Oh my gosh! No, she looks, and her smile is just.
I love the jacket as well.
Her smile is gorgeous. Okay, Velvet,
Hello.
are you
thought
ready
we'd
for
all
a
gone.
question?
I'm ready to not get a question right, if that's what you mean.
Wow. On season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK, we had 2 girl bands, the winner team and the loser team. Who was the name? What was the name of the loser team?
I'm fucking lost in this question, babes.
Okay. Oh, wasn't
Sorry,
it?
What?
So, on Drag Race UK season 2, there were 2 girl bands. What was the name of the loser team, composed with Joe Black, Tia Coffee, Ellie Diamond, and Sister Sister?
It was Spice Girls related, wasn't it? It
Sorry.
wasn't it?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
well,
don't think so.
I'm
you know
not
the
going to
answer?
give you that one.
I don't know. Was it the Eurovision? No, it wasn't. It
It
was
was-
the.
It was the
It's
Eurovision-y
really-
themed one.
Yeah.
Out of
It was
all
the
of
UK Hun one.
UK hundred. I. Okay. I really don't know. Can I have a clue?
It's not the United King dolls.
It's not the United Kingdom. Okay.
Fruit related.
Food related.
Related.
No. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna say. What is it? The spicy McMuffin girls.
Banana drama.
That wasn't even in my mind.
Banana drama.
Banana drama. Wow, I'm bad at this. No, sorry.
But I expected better. Okay, so what queens have left?
You've got
We have
left Caramel and Banksy. Because Glenn wasn't allowed Banksy because he wanted Banksy.
Okay, both of them are great. I'm gonna give you. You know what? You're my friend, so I'm gonna give you my favorite queen of this cast, just based on Meet the Queens and look, which is Banksy.
Way, thank you. The lovely sandworm.
No, because there's only one queen left. We need to ask a question for all of them, and whoever gets it first gets caramel.
Stu, are you ready to get caramel?
I would like Caramel. I love Caramel.
So this question is for whoever gets it, because each of you has 3 queens. Whoever gets it will get caramel as the 4th extra powerhouse queen. Let's start. Let's do it now. 1, 2, 3, action. Okay, final question. The answer, it's a number. After one of you answers the wrong answer, probably, I'll say higher or lower and go up to the next contestant. Then whoever gets the exact amount will win caramel. Are you ready?
The exact amount,
The exact amount.
not
This
like
is scary.
closest to.
So get ready. We'll start with Stu, followed by Glenn, then Velvet. Is that correct? All good?
Go for it.
Okay. So, how many queens total have been cast on RuPaul's Drag Race, counting every season, every franchise? Stu?
Jesus Christ. 250.
Glenn?
300.
It's higher.
Higher.
I literally saw this figure the other day, and it was something like 1,500, including all the franchises. It was way more than I thought it was.
Lower.
It's lower.
Okay. Maybe.
Stu?
360?
Glenn?
1,000.
Lower.
Oh, I love how I might get this one just by being like third. I'm gonna say 750.
Lower.
Oh.
Jill.
700.
What?
Don't know. Maths.
Stu, say your answer. We couldn't hear you.
I said 700.
Lower.
Glenn.
Hang on. I'm doing some non-cheat I've got an Elektra top, and she was 201. That doesn't help me.
Is that just for US though?
Oh shit!
No, it's come on.
Right. Did you say a lower for Stu?
Yes.
Lower.
Okay, 666.
Ooh,
Lower.
Glenn.
No.
No, Velvet.
640.
Lower.
Ooh.
Lower.
We're never going to get the specific
Stu.
number, guys.
150.
You are.
Hey.
550. So I win.
550.
Ooh.
Lower.
Come
Ooh.
on, Glenny.
525.
Higher.
Oh, 532.
Higher.
Stu, I'm getting wet. Come on, Stu.
536.
Stu, you won.
You won, yes.
Legit.
536.
I will take my caramel.
You could celebrate a little bit.
Jesus Christ, you could have gone woohoo at least.
I'm just
You know
more in
what?
shock that that's the amount of fucking queens that have been cast so far.
You have a problem?
No, it's good. I want more.
I mean, we could
You know
trim
what
a
it is?
few.
I was checking. There's this big picture with all the queens' faces on, and how shocking it is that Elektra and I are literally in the middle. Pretty much have been as many queens before us than there have been after us in these past 2 years. Like the Drag Race
That's
phenomenon,
crazy.
it's exploding. Like, look, we're here. We are not even right at the end. Anyway, you got it, which means you got caramel and you got advantage in this competition because you get an extra contestant.
Yay!
Yeah, that's amazing. No, thank you guys so much for doing this for us.
No, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. It's been chaos.
Beautiful, beautiful chaos.
That's the best
I
way to
love
describe it. No, thank you.
Best of luck with this little competition you're holding amongst yourselves.
Yep.
Thank you.
And hopefully we will see you soon at some viewing parties for Drag Race UK Season 5.
Well, I'll be there for sure. We'll see if Elektra will come and join me.
What, is this at Bobby's?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be lovely. But yeah, I will see you every Thursday at Bobby's with my sister Gladys Duffy. Will be there hosting gorgeous viewing parties like the old times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing. No, thank you so much, Elektra Fence and Choriza May, for doing this for us. Yep, we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Amazing. Girl. Okay, that was amazing getting to chat to them after a lot of silly, which will probably get edited out, but a lot of silly little bits there. But no,
Let's say this was like Elektra losing her girl virginity. Like Choriza's girl OG. Like she's an original, really.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, we got her on before she was famous, when we were both in Drag Idol together. I think it was
when
post
she still had a full-time job.
Yeah, I think it was post. She used to write for us as well. Choriza's tops. The articles are still on the GURL website if you want some vintage Choriza.
Oh no, it's been so good. Like with Choriza having a bit of time to actually sort of hang out and stuff. So it's been really good catching up with Choriza lately and doing the Great North Run together. As in not together, as in doing an event for it. You know, we joked about it, but I was like, I could probably do it in my heels. Choriza can't do it in hers.
The only thing Choriza runs to is the bar.
Or from immigration. Anyway, moving on.
Sorry, that really tickled.
There's a video from the day that I put on my Instagram story, and I think maybe she shared it on hers, but there was a helicopter in the sky sort of filming the Great North Run and stuff, and I kept pointing to it and being like, Choriza, it's immigration, they found you. And she's like, no, I have my card.
Yeah, she's on the microphone going, I have papers, I swear.
Iconic. All of the videos from that day are just phenomenal.
It was so much fun, and then the rains came. But yeah, check out my Instagram story. I think I set up a collection called Great North Run. So check them out there. But yeah, okay. So are we happy with the queens that we got?
I'm not gonna lie, that is a bit of a blur, and I can't
It
remember.
was
who
just
I've got.
5 minutes ago,
Well,
Glenn.
shall I go through a little summary so we all remember who exactly we've got?
Okay.
Yeah,
I wrote
so-
them down, Glenn, as they were happening, so I know who
yeah,
I
but
got.
I was busy panicking for every question and thinking, can I Google this fast enough? And the answer was no, I couldn't.
I actually got to the point, I got to question 3 and I was tempted to cheat because I'm like, wow, I have been so busy lately and I haven't prepared for this at all. I haven't refreshed any knowledge whatsoever. I'm on a podcast later today talking about the Buffy spin-off Angel, so that's all I've been researching. I didn't think I was going to be getting asked questions about any season of Drag Race.
I thought it was funny. You could tell Elektra has never met me before because she thought I had to Google the first question, and it was
Yeah.
not. I just genuinely couldn't remember how to pronounce Acacia's name because she lip synced. She had the initially worst track record in Drag Race history because she went bottom, eliminate. So just putting it out there.
Bottom, eliminate sounds like your typical Friday.
Exactly. It sounds brilliant, right? But let's do a little summary. So, dearest Glenn, your 3 queens in alphabetical order are Kate Butch, Miss Naomi
Okay.
Carter, Tamara Torres. So those are your 3.
Actually, I don't hear that.
Well, when they said it, I was like, my heart sunk. I was like, oh, I want Kate Butch. I don't know if they're going to do very well, but I want them. But yeah, so.
Yeah, actually, I don't hear that. I feel that's like a strong set.
You've got quite a good mix, actually. You've got some comedy in there. You've got some performance. You've got some fashion. I feel like you've got a little like a literal pick and mix, like the dress does in the promos. I myself have Ms. Caramel, who I won with the bonus round. I'm very delighted about that one. I have D Delicious, the tits of the season. I have Ginger Johnson, who if I didn't get, I think I would have quit. And I have Vicky Vivacious, who I am pleased to say I stole off both of you. So I don't think I could be much happier.
I think, wow, you have a wonderful slice of British drag, I think, there. Like, I'm very excited for.
That's what I want in my back pocket, a nice slice of British drag. So that means
who won last year? Did Glenn win last year?
No,
no.
Okay,
no,
I have a feeling Stu might win again.
Glenn was very last. No, I won. So I won points wise.
Yeah.
But obviously, Velvet, you had Danny Beard, so you had the winner of the season.
Moral victory.
You had the moral victory. I had the quite literal points-based victory. So,
okay.
And then Glenn, as usual, was the bottom. So this year, Velvet,
I feel safe.
It is, and this is why you take your supplements. So yeah, Velvet, you've got Alexis St. Pete, you have Banksy, and you have Michael Maroli. So you have got. I don't think anyone's got a bad mix, to be honest.
No.
But it's quite hard to have a bad mix. The season's quite well balanced, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. Michael Maroli, it's like, obviously, they are from Newcastle. I know they have performed in Newcastle and whatnot, and they're very experienced. And I like that I've got the oldest queen there. So I'm very excited for them to do well. Alexa St. Pete, I get a really good vibe for, and I like their energy. So, and I think they're going to do well. And Banksy, I've got a representative of, a trans icon, non-binary, and family gorgeous. I mean, I'm very happy with my 3. It's not the ones I would have picked, but I would have had to have answered questions correctly for that.
We all do have someone who was born in the north as well.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It worked out quite nicely.
And learned to leave.
Yeah. Well, yeah, someone who made the right decision. So,
yeah. Unlike
to be fair, technically I did leave. I was just stupid enough to come back.
Yeah, well, if only you'd stayed. I think we're gonna. I reckon we're gonna have, certainly at least for the first few episodes, it's going to be a tough battle when it comes to points. I don't think anyone's going to be particularly behind until we get at least sort of mid-season when we've started to have a few drop-offs. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for that.
No, I think it's going to be a great season, and you know what is good though? It's the community, the sense of community spirit that we get from these, because it's the fact of there's going to be viewing parties all over the UK, and people are going to get very excited, and they're going to be very involved in the whole thing. They're going to get very invested in it, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm really excited to be there. I'm probably going to be going to the Bobby's ones with Choriza that she mentioned. Well, I'm actually there for, what have they booked me for? Week 2. Week 2, I will be the special guest at the viewing party at Bobby's with Choriza May and Gladys Duffy. So I'm very excited. I am going to feel very out of place against 2 of those amazing queens, but it will be very funny, like, you know, being there with an audience, commenting on the episode, and also there might be a little technological surprise for everyone if you come along to Bobby's. So bring your mobile phone and your best judgment.
I have to bring my judgment, but leave my mobile.
Fair enough. Probably for the better. you getting drunk on Tinder. Don't tell Ian. No.
Hey.
Oh Christ!
You haven't been on
I'm
Tinder
very
for
excited.
years, have you?
No.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for season 5.
I think it's going to be good, and we obviously will be attending at least a good chunk of the Drag Race UK viewing parties, and that is at Bobby's Newcastle, hosted by the fabulous Choriza May and the absolutely phenomenal Gladys Duffy, with a different special guest, or maybe even guests each week. I'm thrilled by that, especially Cheddar Gorgeous is returning, so I'm gonna scream.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Do you reckon the meet and greet queue is going to be bigger or smaller than last time?
It was pretty damn big last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be bigger.
I think legally they can only fit so many people into the bar, so it'll be as big as it physically can be.
That's the thing. I mean, the best thing, the best way I can advertise the week where I'm the guest is at least there'll be breathing room for people, you know? Whereas when Cheddar Gorgeous is there, it's going to be like, come early, get a seat, you know?
Oh, Velvet, stop talking yourself down. You are a phenomenal queen. And you know everybody loves you and will be there to watch you, so behave.
Well, we were laughing.
That's the amount of nice things I will say to you this century.
We were laughing at the Great North Run because obviously I'm there with Choriza, and loads of people were running up to me being like, oh my God, you're the Velvet Snatch. Were you at Lindisfarne? And like, I was like, yes. And they were like, oh, we saw you perform. And Choriza was just like, wow, how many people were there? You know, and they're just very, very, like, not like shocked, but just like, oh, I didn't expect so many people to just like totally recognize me. And I'm just like, it's weird. Got a free biscuit out of it too, which is good.
Ooh,
was it soggy?
It was a soggy biscuit. No, I'm the soggy biscuit. Oh, that's horrible. But yeah, okay. Let's wrap it up then. So thank you, dear listeners, for tuning in. Is there anything that you'd like to promote, Thotter Stu?
Yes, I would like to just reiterate that we are going to be at the Bobby's viewing parties. You can check out our website for loads of gossip on both drag and queer artists and lots of other stuff coming soon. We will hopefully, we will be going to DragCon. Hopefully, though, we will be getting our press passes again this year in January. So yeah, that's my little bit of promotion. Be Queer, Stay Here is the new one. We're moving away from Be Gay, Do Crime.
That's good.
Glenn, anything you'd like to promote?
Yeah, we recently actually got chatting with friends of Dorothy on Instagram, who give some wonderful supplements for your sexual pleasures. And actually, I've been trying the bottom pills and the cum pills, and like the cum pills are meant to make you cum more, and the bottom pills are essentially fiber pills that make it just easier to douche and keep everything clean. But yeah, absolutely fabulous stuff, and cracking water bottles, and yeah, brilliant company. I could not recommend them anymore. They're actually really reasonable priced as well. You can do monthly subscriptions. You can even combine packs to get discounts and do monthly subscriptions. So go and visit Friends of Dorothy. We'll put the link in the in the Insta below.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be more on that coming soon because I have yet to try out the supplements that I've been given because I have been far too busy lately and there hasn't been any time for that sort of thing. But there will be in the future. I might just take November off and just catch up, which sounds horrible actually, but it might be a real thing. But yes, no, thank you so much. And for myself, you can catch me at thevelvetsnatch.com. I still haven't updated it. I literally have 3 pages of notes of things that I need to put on my website that I've gotten up to this year, and it's getting very daunting now. But I need to update the website and stuff. But you can catch me on Instagram, where I've been more active than usual, following being at Mr. Gay Great Britain and Mr. Gay Europe finals at Alnwick Castle and throughout the week, and also performing at Lindisfarne Festival and also the Great North Run. And yeah, just lots of pictures on there. Follow me on Instagram. And yes, but thank you, dear listener, for tuning in. I hope you're excited for Drag Race UK Season 5. Let's see if our predictions come true. And we will catch you in the next episode of GURL. How should we sign out this week then?
Let's all do a big woof.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, woof.
And then one woof, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay, right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Woof.
Woof.
Oh, GURL.